So, when waking up this morning, my father sent me a text and it said, the thing that changed my life was people asking me, what are you doing? And that could be taken in so many different ways and, and, is, and is really, really deep when you really start to think about it. Because the question and the answer of what are you doing says it all. If you have something to say, then you're doing something. If you don't have something to say, then you're doing nothing. But also, even in your answer of what are you doing and where are you going and the things that you want to do in life, like, what is it? A lot of those people's answers tell everything about what they are doing with their life. I could easily say, oh, I'm working at this 6-figure job, blah, 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 and this, that, and this, and I have this easy, um, not easy existence of life, but I have this life that from the outside looking in is purposeful and has all this quote unquote meaning in the world, um, through monetary value or whatever you want to call it. But what are you truly doing? What is it that makes what you're doing even worthwhile, or why is it important? What does it do for the world? And not to say that you have to make a huge impact on the world and that you have to do such huge great things to have a great answer to the question, but what are you doing? What are you doing that you enjoy? What are you doing that you want to do? Who are you? Who are you in this world? Who are you trying to be? And that says everything about where you see your life going. When somebody asks me today, what am I doing? I could give them an answer, but I really don't know the answer. And that's completely okay. It's almost better than giving an answer of, oh, I work at a private equity bank, I work at this and I do this, I work at BNP Paribas, and I do this and I have this high paying position and I'm a CEO of blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Because the truth is, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't know the reason of why exactly I'm on this earth, but that's the thing that I'm searching for. And the only way that you could search for it is by not knowing the answer to this question. By saying, I'm trying to figure it out. I have some interests that I'm seeking and looking into and learning more about and chasing after and achieving and becoming the person that I want to be. But truthfully, even the people that you think have it all figured out, they don't really have it all figured out. Even the people with the massive success stories and everything they ever could have wanted, they still feel like there's something missing. And the thing that is crazy in my mind and that has baffled me in so many different ways is the fact that everybody and anybody is no smarter than you or no different than you. They just did. They just went, they just said fuck it and did what they wanted to do. The people that I idolized and the people that I envied, it's not the fact that they did something that was so extravagant or so crazy that it could not have ever been done. It was the fact that they did it, or they tried to do it and they did it in their own way. And the way that they did it was so beautiful, because life is almost like art. Life is almost just play. You're just playing in this life. You're just jokingly going around and trying new things. All you can do is try. All you can do is try, fail, try, fail, try, fail, try, fail. And then sooner or later you run into success. Then you run into success again. Then you lose it. Then you run into it again. Then you lose it. You lose it. You run into it again. And something that I heard yesterday that really hit my mind and that was extravagant and pretty crazy was in this AA meeting, right? I'm 3.5 years sober. I'm 22 years old, and I've been in recovery for 3-4 years, right? And I'm coming up on my 4th year anniversary very, very soon, God willing, and that's something I'm very grateful for. And there's like promises in the program, and in the promises, it says that you'll be free of financial insecurity, you'll be free of so many different things, and the anxiety, the worry of life, all these things, and that you will, know a God, and all these things are things that will be granted to you. And the thing is, uh, I started to begin to think, and I started to begin to evaluate. Man, these, not every promise is in my life, and not every promise has displayed itself in my life. And if it came, it's also went in the same way. So I guess I never got it. And he said the way that the promises work is that you get them and then you lose them. You get them, then you lose it. You get it, then you lose it. Then you get it, then you lose it. And the same thing is with success in life. It's like you get it, then you lose it. You win a little bit, and then you take 10, 15 steps back, even more, and then you get it even more, and then you get it even more. Then you lose it again, then you get it even more. But success is not about, in my mind, it's not about the getting. It's about who you are when you lose it. That's the only way you ever get it back. That's the only way you could call yourself successful, if you lost it and got it back. But if you always are consistently giving up, there's no success story without a failure, and there's no success story without somebody not giving up. If you give up, there's no success story. If you don't, there's a tremendous success story. I even look at myself, and in my recovery journey and sobriety and the things that I went through, there were so many different times where I was fucked up and in the worst positions in my life, and there was chances where, and times where I thought about, man, I might as well, sad to say, end it here. Just stop playing this game of life, and go live another one somewhere else. And I think back on those times now, and those times made me want to live my life more. Coming out of those times made me realize, I have something to live for, and I'm here for a reason. Because if I wouldn't be going through all this stuff for no reason, I wouldn't have had that thought for no reason. And you start to realize how precious life truly is. You start to realize and breathe a different way, knowing that the closer you get to losing your life, the more important life is. And maybe I just repeated the same thing, but it's a real thing to realize that life is not to be taken for granted. Every day is a new day. Every life is a new life. Every moment is a new moment to live and breathe a new way and be grateful for the life that you have. So don't take it for granted. Know that this could be the last day. Know that this could be the last day for you to chase that dream, be that thing, and all the things that you ever desire on the other side of all those feelings that you're facing of failure. It's okay to fail. It's okay to feel like you're not a success, because that is what builds success when you're fighting through those times. And when you get through those times, you come out the other side even stronger. And going back to the promises that the guy was talking about, I've achieved, as I said, I achieved some of those promises of non-financial insecurity, and now as of a couple months ago, I lost this high-paying job that gave me such value, and I think back and I have this insecurity about life now, a bit, but it comes and goes, and I realize, this is also a fear, false evidence appearing real in my life. So it is real, but it's also not real. I might think this is the case. I might think, oh, I'm not able to live the same life. I'm not able to, and I'm thinking about all the nots, but you don't really realize that. Is it really as real as you think? Isn't this just going to pass one day? You're not going to be financially insecure your whole life. You're not going to feel like that your whole life. You know that you're going to get rich. You know that you're going to be so abundant, and you have this mindset. So it's like, dude, you have to choose to believe it or not, And a lot of this life is an illusion. A lot of this life is just what you make it, I feel, as well. If you take every failure personal, if you take everything personal, if you take every result in this life personal, and don't know truly who you are or what you're going to be or what you will be, and even if I don't want to say out loud what my answer is to the question of what are you doing and what will you do, I know in the back of my mind that I'm going to change lives with these messages, and that I'm going to go on to build some great things in this life that are going to change other people's lives along with mine. Um, and in that purpose, it has nothing to do with myself. It's just a mission that I feel like is destined in my life through the things that I've went through. So take with this as you will. I mean, life is crazy, and I truly do not know what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm as dumb as you, but I'm just taking every single learning lesson that I possibly get in this life and trying to apply it to this day, So thanks for being with me, and thanks for listening to me on this day. Amen. Amen. What the fuck am I saying amen for? But peace and blessings, man.